Hi everyone, Jackie here from Mast. Just here to show you how to install the Mast Power BI basic dashboard. We've done some written instructions, but sometimes it's nice just to see it being done on the screen. So first of all, we're going to go into Donorfy. There's just a couple of things we need to do in here. The first is for your user settings. Anyone that's going to be using the dashboard, you need to make sure they've got this under data service, this allow access to the Donorfy data service being set to yes. And then the second thing is under the account settings and Donorfy settings, we've got this API key. So this is ours. You'll have your own unique API key for your charity. There's a copy button here on the right hand side, so just take a copy there because we will need it shortly. Okay, and then when you downloaded the zip file, you would have got hopefully this PBIX file. So this is the actual report. So just double click on that as normal to open it up. And what you should end up with once you've opened it is something like this, which is the dashboard with our data in it. And what we need to do now is to hook this up to your Donorfy. So this is how we're going to do that. In the middle here, roughly, we've got a box called transform data. So we click on that, or you might, if you've got the collapsed version here looking like this, you might just not just want to click on that. It's like the grid with a pen. So just click on that. And what that does is it takes you into this Power Query editor, which looks a bit scary, but don't worry, we're just doing a couple of things in here. We won't be in here for long. So along the top menu, 5 from the left, we've got data source settings. So we just click on that. And that brings up these 4 data sources. So you can see here we've got an API key. And this is the bit that we need to change. So I'm going to change it to mine and you'll change it to yours. And the way you do that is make sure that one of them is selected and then click on change source at the bottom. And then you get this URL. So you literally just paste your own API key over the one that's there already and then hit OK. So you see the bottom one there is now changed. Now I'm going to do this one here, the activities one. This time it's in the middle. So I'm just going to, there we go. Just be careful you don't take anything else out at the same time, like the slashes or any other text. Let's do the campaigns. And then finally going to do the transactions. There we go. Okay, so that's now hooked it all up to a different Donorfy. The next thing we need to do is, because Donorfy uses your Donorfy login credentials to connect you to the OData feed, we need to put your credentials in. So if you go to Edit Permissions at the bottom, and then again click on Edit, you might find it goes into the anonymous like that, but you want to make sure you're on the basic setting in the middle here. And you'll probably have 2 empty boxes here. So in the top one, you put your username, the one you use for Donorfy, so it'll be your email address. And then the bottom one, you put in your Donorfy login password. And then click Save and OK. And then close. And then we need to go back now to our report. So the top left-hand corner is close and apply, and it should apply those changes. And what you will see is it should automatically go into this refresh. So you can see there it's connecting up to Donorfy. It's pulling out some data now. We can see the counts going up. We can see it's all working nicely. How long this takes depends on how much data you've got. This is pulling data from the 1st of January 2022. It might be that if you've got lots of data, we might need to move that on to maybe 23. Just drop a year's of the data. But having done that, it will load everything up and it will do what it can with your data because obviously your data won't be set up quite in the same way as ours. So for example, across the top here, these 6 white boxes, what these are departments. So that's based on the department on the transaction. If you're not using department on the transaction, this is going to be pretty empty. You won't find anything. But if you are using departments, but you just call them something different, I'm going to show you how to change these to match your own departments. So what we need to do on the right hand side is open out our filters box and then click on the graph that we want to change. So I'm going to click on this major donors box here. And you can see here on the right hand side, we've got a filter here. Department is major donors. So this is what we want to change. So just click on the downward arrow box to open it out. And we can change this. So we can take off major donors, and hopefully all of your departments should be in here, and you can just select the one you want. Let's go for corporate here. So that has now changed my department graphics, or my data in here from major donors to corporates. But what it hasn't done is it hasn't changed the heading here of the box. I want to make that corporates now. So how I would do that is go into my visualizations pane here on the right hand side. And I'm looking for, again, you need to make sure you're clicked on the box that you want to change. I want this middle icon here. So this is format your visual. And then go to the general tab. And you can see here we've got a title area. So I'm just going to change that from major donors to corporate. There we go. And that has already changed, and I can just collapse these boxes away again. So what else have we got on here? We've got a year filter to the top left-hand side, showing us the financial years. So what you might want to do is change the financial year. So what we're doing here is we're assuming that the financial year starts in, I think it's April. But you say yours might start in January or September. So we can change that. And the way you would change it is go to, on the very left-hand side here, I just put my cursor over that icon there. It says Model View. I just click on that. It opens this up. Again, it looks a bit scary. Don't worry. We're looking for a box here called Dim Date. So I know it's over on the left-hand side. So I'm going to just scroll over to the left, and you can see here is my dim date. So I'm just going to select that, just click on the heading at the top, and it brings this up. Again, looks a bit scary, but there's only one thing we need to change in here. If we go to these top few lines, we can see some variables in here. So we can see here, for example, this is the year that we're starting. So if you wanted to change that, you could change the year that it starts there. Bearing in mind, if you're going earlier, that means more data, longer to load, might even blow out. But the one we want here for the start of the financial year is this fiscal start month. So it's set to 4, which is April, but you could change it, say, to January, which is 1. Once you've changed it, just click on this little tick here on the top left to commit. I'll go working on it. And then just go back to my report view. So it's the top one of these 4 icons going back to my report view. So I can see, for example, that amount there at the top was higher before, and it's now gone a bit lower because it's in a new financial year now. So again, how this data displays depends on how it's set up for you. Our second tab here, Appeal, is based on campaigns that have appeal in the title. So if you don't have any campaigns with appeal in the description, maybe you need to change something here or ask us to change it for you. And this is based on segmented appeal. So this is pulling out the appeal segments from the activities and giving us our appeal analysis. The postcode areas tab, again, is based on campaigns with appeal in. That could be changed. Constituents, that's a reasonably straightforward graphic that should hopefully work for you. Obviously, it's going to depend how well you've populated gender and dates of birth. RPIs, it's quite a basic graphic. Hopefully that should work for you fine. Opportunities, this is your open opportunities. It'll just depend what data you've put in here in opportunities if you're using it. And then campaign comparison. So here you can select any 4 campaigns. It's not just the appeal ones. Any 4 campaigns you can select here, A, B, C, and D. Then it just shows you at the bottom some of the different things. So amount raised for each one, the average donation, the highest and lowest donation, and number of donations. So it's just a bit of a simple graphic to show you the comparison of 4 campaigns. So you might use it for the same appeal or the same event over 4 years, just to see how your amount raised and other things are changing. So that's it in a nutshell. So have a go, hook it up, see if it works for you. Hopefully it will. Obviously, like I said, it comes down to the way your data is structured. Feel free to amend the dashboard if you want. We don't mind if you go and change the coding behind it or change the data behind it. If you want to talk to us about some consultancy to make some dashboards that work better for you, your charity and your data and the reports that you want to see, please do get in touch. We can then discuss what you need and then give you a quote for that. Anyway, have fun. We'd also like to hear if the dashboard does work for you. So do give us some feedback about how you've got on. If you're really, really struggling to get it working, please also let us know. We'd rather we helped you set it up than you struggled. Okay, good luck. Hopefully talk to you soon.